Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Suzanne and I really enjoy movement and I'd love to share that with you. So thank you for clicking play. If you'd be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel, I will make you aware of all my future workouts. So just click that little subscribe button and I will keep you informed. Today, what I'd love to do with our time together is a gentle, basic beginner's Pilates workout. So ideally, I would love for you to have a mat or at least a carpet or an area rug, something with a little soft cushion for us to work on. And we're gonna do a little bit of stretching and a little bit of strengthening, and I hope you really enjoy it. So let's go ahead and get started. So on your mat, go ahead and lay down. I'm gonna have our backs just resting heavy on the floor. My ponytail is in the way, so I'm just gonna shift it up a little bit so that the back of my head can rest on the floor. Good, legs are bent, and I want you to just close your eyes and feel gravity making you heavy on your mat. A couple of breaths here. We're gonna inhale, expanding the rib cage, and then exhaling and let your ribs get heavy and sink. And another big breath like that. Inhale. Full inhale and full release with the exhale. And just one more. Try to fill your lungs to full capacity. And exhale. Fantastic work. So let's just add a little bit of arm movement. We're going to inhale the arms up and overhead. Reach, try to rest the arm down on the floor if you can, and then exhale to bring them back. Inhale up. Good, so nothing too precise or no worries here. Just take it easy and enjoy moving and feeling gravity pull on your body in a different direction. I think it feels pretty wonderful. Get used to the idea of our breath flowing and assisting us in our movement. So we inhale the arms overhead. We're gonna let them rest here. We're gonna exhale to sink our belly button down, tuck our tail under, and peel up to a bridge. Good, so my shoulders are gonna get heavy. I'm gonna try to keep my neck nice and straight and heavy to the floor. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring those hips back down. We're rolling down one vertebra at a time, and the arms follow back. Good, we'll inhale the arms up and over. Exhale to pull the belly button down, tuck the tail under, and peel the spine up. We're squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings up at the top, and then we're gonna release the spine down again. Again, rolling through the release, taking it nice and slow and controlled, and then the arms follow. One more time. We're gonna go and bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, sink the belly, tail tuck, and bridge on up. Fantastic work. So we're gonna try to push through the heels to keep those hips nice and lifted. And we're just gonna add the arm movement. So just the arms, come down, squeeze those hips up. Inhale the arms up, exhale, pull them down. Now we're feeling a little bit of work. If you need to take a break or drop your hips for a moment, feel free to do so. I want this to be your workout, meeting your needs, and we're all at different levels. And there's no shame in that whatsoever. We're all just on that continuum of working to be stronger and healthier and more flexible, which basically allows us to enjoy all of life to the full. Good, so we're gonna go ahead and bring those arms back down and roll the hips down. Fantastic work. From here, we're gonna go ahead and bring the hands behind the head, lace the fingers, and let the head rest back down. I'm gonna have my elbows tipped up just a little bit, and then I kind of have a hammock kind of a shape for my head to rest in. So I don't wanna be straining through my neck. I'm gonna do a rib cage curl and lift through the chest. The head, neck, and shoulders are lifting, but the movement is coming from the rib cage curling up and releasing back down. So I'm not feeling strain in my neck. I'm letting my head rest in my palms. It's the abdominals, the upper abdominals primarily, that are helping me curl up and release back down. Come up as high as you feel safe and comfortable doing so. Exhaling for the lift, inhaling for the release. And one more just like that. Exhale. Inhale, lay the spine down. And we'll change it up just a little bit. We're gonna curl up, twist to the right, untwist, and lay down. Other side, just a tiny little lift, a little twist to the side, back to center, and release. So we lift with an exhale, twist, feel the obliques turn on there, and release. One more just like that to the other side. Curl, twist, center, and down. Let's add the legs in. So I'm gonna lift my torso and the opposite leg. We try to make a connection and bring it all back down. Other side, we're gonna exhale for the twist. Knee and elbow move towards each other and then release back down. Nice and smooth. Exhale and release. Exhale, twist, and back down. Let's do one more each way. Exhale, twist, and last one. Exhale, twist. Fantastic work. Stretch it out nice and long here. I'm gonna bring my arms around and hug my right knee into my chest. And so as I'm doing this, I'm just reaching my other leg really long away, knee into chest. And now I'm gonna hold behind my thigh. So I've got my hands clasped behind, and I'm gonna try to press that heel up to the ceiling. So that is a hamstring stretch, and I feel it. So we'll get as straight as we can with that leg, exhaling to press it up. Good, your head could be resting down. If you want a little bit more work, you want to make a little more core work, you can always curl on up. Exhaling to press through the heel. Good, we'll just do one more here. Press, good, bend that knee. And we're gonna let that knee come across our center line. So I'm gonna try to heavy my shoulder as I twist the knee to the opposite side. Trying to keep my shoulders down and create some twist in my spine as the knee pulls in the opposite direction. Great, we're gonna bring it back and straighten that leg up towards the ceiling, as straight as we can get it. And what we'll do now are some leg circles. We are going to try to stabilize through our hips and our pelvis area, and I'm gonna lower the leg and then semicircle around. And lower and semicircle. Are you feeling the core work? I feel my whole core shaking and shivering. It's just that little quiver that happens when we turn on those deep core muscles. If you feel the quiver, you are working in the right zone. Good, and again, like I said earlier, breaks are fine. Feel free to take a little break, regroup, and join back in. Good, last one, this direction. And we're gonna go the other direction. We're gonna circle out and around and lift. Semicircle away and lift, all the while looking for stability through our hips. And if you need a bigger bend in your knee to make this accessible, by all means, soften the knee. And last to this direction. Wow, definitely feeling some work there. Let's go ahead and bring that leg down. We'll do the whole series on this other side. We start off by hugging the knee into our chest, and it feels like a nice low back stretch to me. I don't know if you feel that, but as I reach my long leg away, pulling this other knee in towards my chest is a nice low back release. I'm gonna hold behind the thigh with clasped hands, and here's our hamstring stretch. We're gonna press it up and push through the heel. Lift and press. Looking for a straight leg if we can get there. That's our goal. Press. And one more big press. Good, good, good. The knees bent. We're gonna pull the knee across our center line, and at the same time trying to keep both of my shoulders heavy on the floor. Crossing the knee and feeling that spine twist. Yes. So we hang out here for just a couple breaths. Big inhale and exhale. Fantastic work. Good, good, good. Let's bring it back to center. We're gonna heavy both of our hips, stretch that leg straight up. And from here, we're gonna go into our big leg circles. So we're gonna lower the leg and circle around. Lowering the leg with control, circle around. You could make it bigger or smaller. Any size is wonderful. Try to keep those hips nice and steady. So in Pilates, we oftentimes are moving one part of our body while we are stabilizing with the other part of the body. So the abs are definitely working. It's an isometric hold. Those muscles are on and holding us steady. Good, we're gonna go the other direction. We semicircle away and lift. Semicircle away and lift. Keep that breath moving. A soft knee is wonderful. Good. And last one here. And awesome work. Bring those legs in. We are going to bring one leg to tabletop. And tabletop just means that the shin of my leg is parallel with the floor like a table would be. And I'm going to have to activate my abdominals, making them engaged and tight with an exhale to bring my other leg up. So once both of my legs are trying to be in tabletop, I definitely feel the core work. In this position, I've got tummy super engaged, belly button pulling down, and I'm gonna do a toe tap. So I can tap one foot down, raise it up, tap the other foot down, and raise it up. Make sure you're opening up your hip joint and you're not just bending your knee. We want the hip to open and close, and the hip opens and closes. So that's creating a little bit more work for the abs. If we bring the leg a little further away, the thigh is going to move away from the body and then come back in. Definitely some big time core work here. Are you feeling it? I am feeling it. One more each way. Awesome. Good. So we're going to hold the legs up, and instead of tapping down, we're going to reach out and bring in, and reach out and bring in. Stretch and bend. Exhale to press away. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. If we want a little more work, we can rib cage curl up and hold here and kind of observe what our body's doing. Or staying down on the mat is fine as well. Good, and we can go quicker. We can go right and left and right and left. Belly button continues to pull down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug those knees into your chest. Fantastic work. Rock yourself up. And we're gonna be in a seated position. We're gonna bring our legs to a nice straddle, and they don't have to be especially wide. Any distance is going to be fine. I'm going to try to get my spine as lifted and tall as possible here. My arms are going to match the shape of my legs. So we're going to do an exercise called saw, and we are twisting, both arms twist, and we reach towards the opposite foot. 3, 2, 1, lift the spine tall. Exhale to twist, reach 3, 2, 1. And we lift for an inhale, exhale, twist 3, 2, 1. The name saw comes from the idea that our pinky finger is trying to saw off our pinky toe. We may be nowhere near our pinky toe, but at least that is what we're aiming for here. Spine stretch for sure as we lean forward. A little bit of a hamstring stretch too. 3, 2, 1. Try to keep both of your sit bones heavy while you're doing the move. Exhale, press. 3, 2, 1. Lift. Last one. 3, 2, 1. And back to center. Great. We're going to bring those feet together and find a place where we can hold behind our thighs. I have bent elbows, they're kind of out to the sides here. And if I pull on the back of my legs, I can get my spine taller. So use that support to lengthen the crown of your head up higher. I'm gonna get an inhale here, and then I'm gonna exhale to let my arms lengthen out as I pull my belly back, something towards straight arms. I call this a C-curved spine, curved into a little bit of flexion. Think of the C shape. And then I'm gonna lift myself back up to a nice straight spine. While I'm in tall spine, I feel my back, my upper back being active. Good, and then I'm going to exhale to pull my belly back, sink my tummy down. Inhale up. Opening the chest, bringing those shoulders back a little bit, and then hollowing the belly and rolling back to C-curve. Let's do one more just like that. We lift ourselves up, open the chest forward. Good, and then we hollow the belly and roll back. Excellent. Bringing yourself up. While we're here, we're gonna do another little spine twist. I'm gonna take a straight leg, and then my other leg I'm crossing. I will go ahead and hug in my lifted leg. So if it's out further, you may just hug with your hand. If you can bring it in closer, we will hug through our elbow. And then we're gonna rotate and twist behind ourselves. So you're feeling a big release in your glute, and then the shoulders twisting back. Really tall spine here as well. Good, release back to the front. Let's take the other leg across. You could hold on just with your hand, but if you can bring it in closer, great. And we rotate and twist. Think tall, tall spine, and bring that shoulder back. Good, it's a challenging move, I'm feeling it. And back to center. So we're gonna bring our hands behind us, and we're gonna bring the fingertips pointing towards your toes, and our elbows are bent. We're gonna try to, rather than having the elbows wide, we're gonna try to pull them in a little bit. And we're gonna raise those hips up and tap down, or take a break and fully rest. Exhale to press, inhale to bend. So this is upper body work, it's tricep work, and it is pretty challenging. If your wrists are not happy in this position, you could transition to a fist and press up this way. Just 3 more here. I know it's challenging. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic work. Okay, swing those legs around. We are ready for 4-point kneeling. And here we are in our hands and knees pose. This is a great place to stretch our spine. Let's do a little cat stretch. So we're gonna inhale here and exhale to lift the tummy, tuck the tail, and let the head fall forward. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale to hollow the belly, tuck the tail, press away from the mat. One more time from neutral. We're gonna exhale to cat stretch. And release back. Good, so even here we can do a mini push-up. Let's go ahead and rotate our elbows out to the side. And what we will do is a little elbow bend as our chest drops, and we press it up. So this is much more accessible than a traditional push-up, and that's why I love it. It's a great place for beginners to start. Those elbows can go out to the side as the chest drops. Weight is forward as you press out of this. So if having the weight forward is a little too much, We can always shift some weight back towards our hips to make the push-up more accessible. If you're feeling strong and you're ready to advance it a little bit, those knees come away and we are doing more of something that looks like a traditional push-up with the hips in line with the rest of the spine. But those are just options and variations. Draw those knees in and give yourself a little wrist roll up. We're gonna come tummy down on the mat now. So bring yourself all the way out, belly down on the mat. My nose is just gonna barely hover above the mat, and I'm going to reach my arms long towards my feet. So while I'm here, I can breathe, inhale. And on my exhale, I want to imagine lifting my belly button up off of the floor. Inhale. Exhale, reach the fingertips towards the toes, and as you exhale, you can shoot energy out your legs and out your arms and find a little hover. Could always rest down with your inhale and then exhale to shoot the energy out. If you want to let those legs rest, feel free to. Exhaling and lifting your tummy is also great work here. Good, and if you're feeling good about the hover, your arms can hover, your legs can hover, or both can hover. That's up to you. So from here, I am going to do some arm sweeps up overhead, and my fingers tap, and I circle them back behind. And arms lift overhead, and reach back behind. So I am hovering my legs, but if you wanted to, you could just let your legs rest. It's a lot of good shoulder work, and this kind of helps to remedy the rolled forward position of our shoulders that we live in most of the time. So this is kind of a big chest opener, shoulder opener as well. And if you're feeling good, hover those legs and lift your tummy. Feel belly button engaged, lifting towards your spine. Awesome work. Let's leave those arms overhead and find a little tiny flutter swim. It's super tiny, little tiny movement here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it on in, slide back to child's pose. Knees can be a little wide here. Hips are gonna come way back and rest on your heels, and maybe your forehead can touch the floor. If not, you're just gonna be up in more of a lifted position like this. Enjoy the stretch. Let's walk our fingers over to the left side and then drop and pull those hips back. And then walk those hands over to the right side and then sink back, feeling that nice stretch through your back and lat area and right up to center. Thank you so much for joining me for today's workout. It was a gentle beginner's introduction to Pilates mat. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe and share with a friend. And I do hope to see you next time. Until then, be well.